Yo, what's up? Welcome to another episode of Nothin Nice. I got my brother here. E-Man, you good?
Oh yeah, man. Doing good. What's up with you?
Man, not much. You see our boy Mook isn't here today.
Yeah,
he
man.
has some prior engagements, but he's going to be here next week.
You here in spirit, man. You here in spirit.
Man, I think that the real reason he's not here is because he's really sitting in third place in these pick'ems. You know, when he was in first, he was talking a lot of trash. He was always here. He wanted to make a big hoopla about it, etc., etc. Now my boy's in third and crickets. You know, it's tough. It's a little
crazy how we look this way.
You know, it's a little windy on my right. No, but bro, we can't wait for you to get back. This, that, and the third. Right.
It's looking like his fantasy team right now.
You know, at first I was like, man, let me try to help my boy out, see if we can make some kind of trade. But then I was like,
man, you know what he tried to send me?
Oh, what did he try to send you, bro? I know it was something crazy.
He tried to trade me Nick Chubb for Joe Mixon. No.
He tried to give you Nick Chubb?
Yes. No.
Maybe.
No.
Maybe.
Then why don't you take it?
Mook, go ahead and send me a Nick Chubb trade. Don't be crazy, because my boy's just coming back.
So you don't think Joe Mixon was crazy?
Just because Joe gets hurt a lot.
You wear it on your heart. I feel you. That brown and orange bleed proud.
You already know. But yo, alright, so let's get into it, man.
Let's go.
We've had some great football up to this point. Man, firstly, has anything shocked you yet?
Man, I won't say shocked, but I would say it was a hit or a miss, and that's the Texans game. I thought it was going to be a high-powered offensive game. Who knew that it was just going to come to like key possessions in that game? Who knew that? I thought it was going to be like a 37 to like 40 something game. Like,
really?
I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was gonna be high octane. I thought both of them was gonna have about 350. I know the defense is there.
Right.
I know the defense is there for both teams.
Right.
I know the
No,
defense
for sure.
is there. But I just thought that both offenses they have it from the running back, the receivers, and the quarterback. There's not a lot of teams in the NFL that can say they have that, and it's fluid, and it works without a hitch all the time. Those two teams can probably brag about that. So I thought the offense on both sides were going to overpower the defense, and I was totally wrong.
I get that. No, I get that. Honestly, I thought it was going to be a close game one because both teams are very talented. Both of them have legit Super Bowl aspirations.
Absolutely.
But then on top of that, just watching those defensive plays, Green Bay going back to last year, and Houston even to an extent, you know, they have a tough defense.
Yeah.
So I knew it was going to be a long day. I think what really set that game apart was the offensive line for Houston. Man, y'all got to protect the money. That's CJ.
Absolutely.
The money, man.
You know, we was out there looking all over. I think we was looking over there in Cleveland. We was trying to get one of y'all big boys.
No, they're not available. They're not available.
We was looking everywhere. I was
no. They're busy.
Yeah, I don't know why we got a linebacker. I understand why we got one. Yeah, that's definitely needed.
I mean, at that point, they said somebody got trying to get this last name block for.
Maybe we need to get a rush shit or something. But nah. Bro. Yeah, we need to. I think the high hope that we have. Let me not say high hope. I'm gonna say the projection in the O line versus the speedy, not the speedy excel of C.J. Stroud probably was able to hide the troubles and the issues with that O line, because for the most part, that O line was hurt all last year. Majority of those players, this is probably like their second or third season as a NFL professional, but are literally playing like, for the most part, their rookie year. You know what I'm saying? So I think they're just going through woes that they should have taken care of if they were healthy seasons ago, and it's starting to show now where the nitty gritty is at.
So, and I hear that. One thing that I would say just because CJ is very talented, at his position, he studies obviously, he knows the game. He may want to consider looking at how Patrick Mahomes played last year, because last year the Chiefs' offensive line was trash. They led the league in penalties because they were.
But they're not trash.
Here's why I call
because
it. Here's why I call it trash. But they weren't keeping him protected. He was taking a lot of hits, especially early on.
He had to be more creative.
His wide receivers were going down, he was taking more hits, and the offensive line kept holding, putting them in third and long a lot of times, and he had to figure it out.
Yeah,
I think that he may need to look at just some of that. I mean, not pick up all the habits,
for sure,
but just pick up some of it to say, okay, if my O-line can't protect me, or if I'm going up against a stout defense where I'm going to need the extra in order for us to get this win, what did Patrick Mahomes do, or how did he play to make it work to where, okay, we could do some quick slants, some quick outs, just do some stuff that's going to at least bring the safeties in maybe a little bit, so you can take that shot over the top, stuff like that.
My only problem is I think I don't really want to really big him up too much because he's still competition at the end of the day, but the way he plays and the green light that he has is literally one of one. Like, I don't think that even if Aaron Rodgers or Tom Brady was as mobile as he is, the throws that he can get away with, I don't think that they would have been able to do. They would have been able to do as consistently as he is, and it's crazy because Andy Reid. You know what? Maybe let me retract that because Andy Reid is a little bit of a free when it comes to his quarterback if you can make those passes. So let me not say that. I think that but what I do say still goes for like Aaron Rodgers and a Tom Brady if they were as mobile as he is. But I'm saying all that to say I don't want CJ Stroud to really pick up those habits. Keeping the play alive, I don't mind that. He is, what is he, like 6'3", 6'4"?
Right.
Yeah, so if you have to use your legs, please do. But some of the jams that Patrick Mahomes gets himself into, he falls really hard. I'm not going to say really hard, but the throws that he throws, that when he lands on the ground, even without getting hit, sometimes you kind of do question, like, is the shoulder all right? Did you land wrong? I just don't want CJ Stroud picking that up because I just think that whatever he's doing in the off season or throughout the game or whatever he's doing during practice or whatever to keep it to like be able to throw those passes and get up and throw them again, that's just not regular. And I don't need people trying to emulate that who don't do what he does behind the scenes to make those passes, get up and make it again. Do that. So that's what I'm saying that for. But I definitely agree. He definitely is going to need to like be able to keep the drive alive a little longer and stuff like that. But yeah, man, I don't want him doing too much of
Yeah, I mean, I'm not looking for him to make the Superman throws that Patrick Mahomes makes.
He be doing like MJ fadeaway.
Yeah, because we see him.
He's hoping.
Like we seen him do some wild stuff and pull it off. But, I mean, just more so keeping the plays alive, but not just keeping plays alive. Knowing that, okay, my line might be this today, so the plays that usually work against defenses when lines aren't working are bubble screens, quick slants, stuff like that.
Yeah.
In order to help. And kind of free that up to where the defense can't all come up like that.
I'm surprised that Tank Dell was in handcuffs that game. I think that would have been.
Tank's having a tough season, man.
It's up and down. He went from being second option to easy third or fourth.
I mean, right now he's second.
But he ain't really prove it. He ain't really proved that second option. That second option. You know what I'm saying? Like he was really in handcuffs, and it got me thinking when I was seeing him. It got me thinking about them reports about how What's the Texas corner? Single? No, not
Stingley.
Stingley. I was about to say. I don't know why I was thinking about Singletary, but Stingley Jr. putting him in handcuffs. It seemed like somebody must have been like, "Hey, let's see how Stingley plays." Okay, then let's get somebody to do that to him.
Listen, take his heart from him.
Yeah, so yeah, man, we're gonna have to get back in the lab and figure it out. But we still 5-2. You know, but at the end of the day, I feel like that was like a shock. That was a shocker game for me, man. What about you? What you thought was a shocker game?
Well, I picked...
Or games.
Yeah, I picked this one. The Lions and the Vikings. I picked the Lions to win this one. Mm-hmm. The Lions are actually my pick to go to the Super Bowl.
Really?
In the NFC, yeah. Okay. Now, but just the Lions, man, they're tough. They are tough. They went into Minnesota and won that game. The Lions, they have everything that you want on offense.
That's true.
And then on defense, they're tough as well. The only thing is...
they get hard.
Down, but yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Lions are tough, bro. So the Lions winning that game, knocking an undefeated Vikings team, giving them their first L of the season in Minnesota. Man, that holds a lot of weight for them. We see the 49ers are taking a step back. As they lost to KC, we saw that's another one.
Injuries are beating them up, but they're still talented enough to continue to...
Initially, though, I thought, just from that game, just going to the 49ers Chiefs game, I thought the 49ers, because they talked so much during the week about how this was big for them, it doesn't equal the 2 Super Bowls that they lost. Because losing the Super Bowl, you can't make that right in the regular season. There's no regular season game that's ever going to equal a Super Bowl. That. But they were talking, they were like, it means something to them, this, that, and the third. For the Chiefs, because they've been there, this is almost just like another game for them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I was like, maybe the 49ers will, especially at home, will wake up with a little more oomph, like, this is going to be the time we hitting everything, we're going to make this work. Mm-hmm. Patrick Mahomes went out there and...
eviscerated them.
Oh my gosh. Bruh, he ran over a safety.
Yo, when I saw that, I wanted to send that to you, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm on a hater mission right now because I'm only on this Texans bandwagon.
Right.
But I'm gonna showcase a little journalistic integrity real quick. When he knocked him over and scored, and like kind of flexed a little bit, I said, "Dang." And I started going over my head about like when Patrick Mahomes was my homeboy in my head. I was going back to like interviews of him, like he a real slick talker. Like when he say anytime he accomplished something, he will bring that up.
Right.
Like, and I'm like, I could just imagine him like run you over like I did. You know what I'm saying? Oh my goodness.
You seen it?
Yes, bro. Like I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Patrick Mahomes is nice, bro. I ain't gonna lie, he's nice. I'm still hating. Like,
no, for sure. I understand.
But I gotta be.
And then he had his longest run of his career, 33 yards, and on that run, he made a corner miss.
Yeah.
So for what Patrick Mahomes isn't doing right now, as far as his arm, just because different guys are in and out, he's finding a way to win the game.
Speaking of his arm, what do you think about
D-Hop?
Yeah, man. What do you think about him?
Okay, that's going to be with D-Hop and Kelsey. I think it's going to be really interesting because teams have been doubling Kelsey, especially in the red zone.
Yeah.
Because there's no other wide receivers out there for real. So they're like, all right, we just going 2 guys on Kelsey and everybody else prove that you can catch.
Yeah.
But now in the red zone, we know D-Hop has some of the strongest hands. You throw it to him, he's pretty much going to pull it in. If he could get his hands on it, he's pulling it in. So if you have D-Hop on one side, Kelsey on the other one, or if you stack them, man, that could get scary because they're going to get to the red zone. Now, when they get to the red zone, it's 7 instead of field goals. That's how I've seen it. I mean, you're not asking D-Hop to be... And then we know that Patrick Mahomes has a tendency to make wide receivers look better than what they are.
Don't do this.
Because we
this.
We saw Juju Smith-Schuster talked a lot of stuff in KC. Can you tell me?
Pittsburgh too.
Okay, but so he started with Pittsburgh, but AB was there, so it was easy. Even AB was like, Juju's not like that. He was just like, I'm just getting all the attention, so it's easier for him to get open. Then he gets with KC. You got Patrick Mahomes. Tell me, what do you do after that?
No, ain't he back over there?
Yeah. Yes.
But he didn't really excel over there.
The first time?
His first year, he didn't even have 1,000 yards.
Yeah, he did.
No, he did not.
His first year?
His first year with KT, he didn't have 1,000 yards. Yeah, he was more of an active target. No. Ben Roethlisberger's last year was probably his best year in the NFL. His second best year.
Sure.
Yeah, was his second best year in the NFL. Because when he was the main key guy, I think that was his last year of putting up 1,000 yards in the league. Ben Roethlisberger been gone for 3 years?
Let's see.
He didn't get 1,000, brother. I know.
Okay, so with Kansas City. Oh no, he didn't.
I know.
He got 933.
It's not 1,000. That's all I was saying.
He got 900.
You want to bring up the 30?
No, you're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
He didn't get 1,000.
Right, 67 short.
But he had a good year, but it wasn't. It was just saying like, I'm not a bum in the league.
Yeah, that was his second best year. His first best year was the second year with Pittsburgh. But yeah, that was the second best year with Patrick Mahomes. But then after that, I mean, done numbers 260.
Wait, who else did he play with?
He went to New England.
Oh yes, I remember that. That was last year.
Yeah, last year.
But that's not his fault though. The guy that was throwing him the ball is not a backup now. So you got to think like that.
Okay. In Pittsburgh though, he was in Pittsburgh 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years. His 1,000 yards.
Yeah, I said his best year was his best year for real was AB's last year, but like his real like kind of coming out was
that second year.
Ben Roethlisberger last year.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was really when it was like I can like as a primary target. I can do this.
Okay. But so he has Juju now. He has D-Hop. He has Kelsey. He has it's running back by committee until Pacheco's back in a couple of weeks.
And still figuring out. I'm not gonna lie. This is what I needed to see.
From who?
From Patrick Mahomes.
This
for this
level
for this level of ascension. Nah, because consistency rules all. So like this, what he has to put up with is basically when Bill Belichick was giving him quarterbacks to play wide receiver.
He had that last year though.
Name a quarterback. Name a player that Patrick Mahomes had who was a quarterback in college.
I mean, no, for sure.
That's what I'm
Edelman
saying.
became one of the best wide receivers
because of
hard work and dedication.
Say less. Say less. Say less. You just got here telling me about Juju being one of the best, being a better wide receiver because of Patrick Mahomes. You can't give somebody credit. He would have never even seen a Super Bowl, let alone a Super Bowl MVP.
No,
and
for sure. Tom Brady
talking about hard work and dedication.
For sure.
He is not.
But Julian was tough though. Tom Brady gets.
No.
High credit.
I'm back on. What'd you say?
Tom gets high credit.
I think Julian was popular.
Remember, I said Tom is still.
I think Julian was popular.
Tom is the GOAT, right? Like,
Julian was popular.
He had over $1. I think it was like $130 in that Super Bowl. Like all the passes were literally going to him. Every third down they needed, he was throwing to him.
Sometimes the popular guy gets hot.
He was good all season. Nah, I can't.
He was popular.
No.
He was
more than popular.
Let me ask you this question.
He was more than popular.
Do you think that he has Hall of Fame numbers?
No.
He's a popular guy.
He doesn't, which is kind of wild. But I mean,
do you think that he would have started on any other team in the NFL that wasn't named the New England Patriots?
Yes.
Give me 5 teams that he would have started on and done the same thing that he did.
That he would have started on,
and with the same production.
New Orleans with Drew Brees.
No, where?
Drew Brees wasn't airing it out like that.
Okay. You know what? Okay.
Ben Roethlisberger playing the same role that Hines Ward played.
No. First and foremost, I'm not giving you that. Hines Ward was an X. Hines Ward was an X. Plaxico was a Z.
Stop it.
What you said? We're not about to sit here.
And then Santonio Holmes was on the other side.
Hold on. First and foremost, they were not all on the same team together.
Hines Ward was always there. Hines Ward spent a lot of time in the slot.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
He was always. And first of all, you're not going to ever compare Hines Ward. You're not going to compare Hines Ward to Julian Edelman at any given point in time. We're not going to have a football discussion and compare the two. I'm so sorry.
They're not that far.
They're not that far in what?
Like
in height?
No.
Or what?
Just in what they do. They're not that far.
Just in what they do?
Yeah.
Do you want to compare and contrast numbers?
I mean, we can't.
I know you don't want to.
No, we can't.
I mean, you would be doing it just for fun at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a difference between somebody that was literally a starting receiver for a team for literally 15 years, 16 years, than somebody that was popular for a good 6. And he was never the X or the Z. He was just slot.
Who, Julian?
Yes.
Not the entire time. Who would have been the X and the Z? Who was the X and the Z on their last Super Bowl?
It never mattered because it was never him. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand.
Who was it?
It would never matter because it was never him. That's all I'm saying. Regardless of whoever was the wide receiver, it was never him. You know what? They took what was his name? Josh Gordon out of a treatment facility because they didn't want Julian Edelman to be the X or the C. Let me stop, man. I hope that Josh Gordon did get the help that he needed, though.
Josh Gordon was tough. So.
Yeah, he was tough. I ain't gonna lie, he was tough. Yeah, man. He was over there in Cleveland. He was just too bored. So look at see.
That's what it was.
Yeah, it was boredom. Cleveland not fun like that.
How you know? You never been there?
I know. I haven't been there, but it's not a destination trip. You only go there to see family. You ain't going there for fun.
That's not true. We had no.
I ain't saying what y'all do or don't have. I'm not saying y'all don't have anything in Cleveland. What I'm saying is that you've never said in your X amount of time on this earth, hey, let's go to Cleveland. They have dun 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 dun, and we can do dun 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 dun. Well, I mean, we'll have a blast, guys.
That's because we live in Houston. Like, there's not much that we can do in Cleveland that we can't do in Houston.
So you wouldn't go there for recreational purposes, only for family time. You'd go there for Thanksgiving, but you wouldn't go there for the summer.
I've gone there a many summers.
I'm sure you have. I'm not saying you haven't. But the summertime that you're there for, how many times do you see your family? Well, you're going to always see your family there.
Exactly.
Of course you're going to see your family, but you're going to spend majority of your time with your family, doing things that you could do in Houston with your family. You're going to go out to eat with your family. You're going to probably sing. He has a lot of artists in his family, so you're probably sing songs with your family. He has a lot of musicians in his family, so you're probably playing musical instruments with your family. Mm-hmm. You're probably bonding about time that you haven't seen with your family. Right. Those type of things you could do in Houston. But let's talk about the fun. You're not doing those type of things.
We're going to Cedar Point.
Cedar Point. That sounds like I'm going to the Riverwalk in San Antonio.
Look Cedar Point up before you say anything. Look at the Millennium Force. We're going to Cedar Point. After Cedar Point, we're going to go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And you can see where Jay-Z and all these different rappers have their Hall of Fame plaques in there.
No, that is not an attraction that I don't care for that.
Aren't you a music guy?
Yes, I love music.
But you don't care about the musicians.
I don't care for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I'm not going to a city for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I'd rather go watch a baseball game than go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
We could go see the Guardians.
But why would I want to do that when the Astros is better than the Guardians?
They're not. You remember when y'all got swept?
Bro,
when y'all got swept by the Tigers?
There's injuries. Listen, there's injuries. On top of injuries,
what's the next excuse?
We got a cheap front office.
And then what's the third excuse?
And that's it.
Okay. Cool.
But anyway, let's get back to this, man. On this bench. What were you about to say, man?
All right, so anyway, Hines Ward, tough dude. Julian Edelman basically had to play the same role.
I'm sorry, bro. Can we?
What?
You guys, listen. You know what? I'm sorry for even bringing that up. I don't even want to disrespect Hines Ward's.
No.
I don't want to disrespect Hines Ward by even looking up his numbers to say Julian Edelman did this. No, I'm not doing that. So, for the sake of not disrespecting Hines Ward,
no,
you got it.
Okay, cool. I accept it.
There you go.
I accept it. Julian, Super Bowl MVP.
There you go.
All that.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, but
the popular guy.
But 49 shot me. Now, who else shot me though? That's Seattle and the Falcons game. Because Atlanta, I thought that they had it together. We had Kirk Cousins out here swag surfing. Mm-hmm. You know, Atlanta looked like they were getting together on offense, not so much on defense, but at least on offense.
Yeah.
Man, losing to Seattle at home, 34-14, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, man. This is week 7, week 8 type vibes, man. This is middle of the season.
This is where you're defining who you are.
Yeah, this not for play. That's why I was upset about the Texans losing, because I'm like, 7 through 10, maybe 11, is not for play. These games dictate wild card. These games dictate playoff positions. These games dictate your confidence when you're playing 11 through 17 or 18.
But even beyond that, though, I'm less mad about the Texans losing to Green Bay, because, like I said, Green Bay, I can see them like legitimately contending for a Super Bowl. We don't see Seattle legitimately contending for a Super Bowl,
True,
1.
Indeed.
And then 2, the fact that Atlanta was at home and played like that's ugly.
Yeah.
And then 3, like we were saying, you're defining who you are right now.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're defining who you are, and you lose like this at home when you need these wins, because you and Tampa are right there, and it looks like the NFC North might end up getting 3 teams into the playoffs. Get the job done.
Yeah.
Get the job done.
Absolutely.
It's that simple. So those are like some of the biggest shockers. And then also Jaden Daniels, man, I hope that he's good, man. And that he comes back soon. He took that shot to the rib, bro. Because he's having an amazing season.
Yeah, you hate to see people on their Cinderella season just go down like that, man. That always just sucks the air out of not only just the team, that fan base, and it gives confidence where confidence shouldn't be to teams in your conference. Like you just hate that.
Yeah, I could see like the Eagles and the Cowboys. That's kind of giving them a little
licking their chops.
Yeah, and then just a quick salute to the Eagles. I mean, they won a game that they were supposed to win against the Giants last week, but Saquon put on the show.
They're making games. Yes, you're right.
Put on
an absolute
show last week.
But you're also right, and they were supposed to win it, because you know that for some reason, I don't know if it's coaching, I don't know if it's trust in coaching, I don't know if it's trust in the players themselves, I don't know what's going on. Maybe the injuries or the switching of how like they're playing because of injuries. I don't know what's going on, but they are literally not showcasing why they went to the Super Bowl 2 years ago.
I agree.
They're really not. Like,
I definitely agree with that.
It shouldn't be the fact that I know how good Travis Kelce brother, I can't think of his first name. Jason, I was about to say Nick. See what I'm saying? I don't know I know that Jason Kelce was a great not only an offensive lineman, but a great center. Yeah. Very smart, very methodical about the game. Did little things to win games or whatever the case. Yeah. Exactly, right? I don't know how that didn't brush off to the rest of that O-line, because that O-line got Hurts. Look at that. I put without even trying to. They got Hurts running for his life. And it's like, that was not the case. He was very poised. He was able to make accurate reads. Now everything it looked like it's like it's like a game breaker type of thing. Like Street Volume 2, like when you get the Game Breaker, right? You do some ultra amazing thing, but at the end of the day, that was 2 points.
Right.
You know? And like that's how it feels like with Jalen Hurts. Like it just feels like he's just doing something like hyper amazing, like taking a hit while throwing a touchdown. Like that shouldn't be happening. Yes, we say kudos to the hero in you, but for the most part, like y'all not getting no rollies. Y'all not getting no trucks. Y'all not getting no APs. Y'all not getting no. You're not getting a shovel.
It's gonna be a very slim.
What? If anything, I might have to look at. Is your cleats together? I might buy you some new cleats or something because you're not getting nothing shiny for me come Christmas. The way you got me running for my life. Yeah. Absolutely not.
Yeah, man. I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, it's making games that they should be blowing out the water closer than it should be. It's making games that are neck and neck, giving it to the other side because it's just like why is he throwing passes like he 15? You know what I'm saying? I'm hating right now, so we ain't saying his name. Why he throwing passes like 15 and it's like
Nothin Nice.
I don't know. The only person I know who's Patty is Mills, and that's two different sports. But yeah, I don't know why. What's going on? But hey, man, you might need to start flossing on that old line and saying like, get like me. I'm gonna get y'all right if you know what I'm saying. I might have to just put like a fake Rolex inside like a box with a picture. No. Like a real Rolex box with like a picture is like
this could be yours.
Protect me. like an engagement ring. Like, but instead of the ring, like protect me. Like, please. Bruh. I don't know what's going on with them, man. He shouldn't be running for his life like that.
No, I definitely agree with that. Man, now this next one, bro, I wish Mook was here for this one. Because me and Mook have been on the same page about this. Russell Wilson. That's the myth. Russell Wilson. Boy, okay, let me tell y'all, let me give you a little something. So we have a group chat. It's us, Chris, like we all in there together, right? So me and Mook, we've been on the Russell Wilson bandwagon. Let our boy cook. Then we agree. We said send Justin to the Dolphins. I'll give you that because we all appreciated that. Yeah. I think Justin was trying over there. Okay, now Russell Wilson. So this man texts in like the second quarter. He and Chris sending videos. Man, look at him. Tomlin looks like he's regretting all his life decisions. This, that, and the third. I mean, they're going in. I'm like, this man has played one quarter of football in almost a year. And y'all are tripping like this. He doesn't even get first team snaps. And y'all are tripping like this. So I'm just like, no, let the man cut. Let the man cut. We get to the second quarter. Pop, 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 pop.
It's the Jets, bro.
Boy. Now it's the Jets. Now it's the Jets.
It's the Jets. I was just telling you before we started recording that the Jets are cursed. The Jets are the Clippers of the NFL. They're just cursed. I don't know what it is. They've been cursed forever. Like from my own entire upbringing, the Jets have always had a cold wide receiver, a cold running back, a cold defense, and a sorry quarterback. They've always had this for every. Remember Ty Law went over there after winning the Super Bowl.
That's been
never heard about him again. They had Brett Favre.
They did have Brett Favre,
right? Remember? I think that was
Mark Sanchez did take them to an AFC Championship.
Yes, and then what happened to Mark Sanchez after that? Fell off a cliff. Off a cliff. They even brought Tim Tebow there just for the fans to love him. No, like then you bring
so you're down on Aaron Rodgers now because I was your guy.
Listen,
I was your guy 2 weeks ago.
I had no business.
Me and Mook were like,
listen, I had no business defending Aaron Rodgers that hard. I apologize. It's just that I didn't like the fact that Mook doesn't like Aaron Rodgers, that he wants to erase the quality of a quarterback that he is because he would never sit here and tell you that. He's not a good thrower of the football. He's not a good quarterback. He's not a Hall of Fame quarterback. And I just didn't like that. That's all it was.
Okay.
And I like the truth to be the truth. It is what it is. Okay. Even if you hate with some truth. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But he was just It was just down bad. But I had no reason, Aaron. If you ever watch this, I had no business defending you like that because I am no fan of you at all.
Listen,
I am no.
You
no
were defending him like that was your big brother. Like
I am
man,
no.
Y'all
fan
not
of
talking
Aaron
about my family
Rodgers.
like this.
But it's not to say that he's not a great quarterback.
Right.
I'm just a Tom Brady fan, and I just know that was your arch nemesis while he was in the league. So no, I can't ride with you. But I did. I was in the car for a little bit, but I got out at the red light. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even wait to get to the destination.
You get the not bad boys, boys in the hood.
Yeah.
Let me out the car.
No.
Let me out the car.
This one was, hey bro, hit the brakes. No, his was like, hey bro, let me out the car.
Yeah.
You know, it was somber music playing.
Mine is looking all out the window.
Aaron, let me out before I do something. Get me out this car. Like I'm not a fan like that. But I just, right is right and wrong is wrong. That's how I was feeling about it.
Okay, bet.
And I was getting cooked, overly cooked. And I ain't like that too much.
Man, that was crazy. My boy was deep in his bag that day.
Oh, my God,
but,
bro.
man, so he and Chris in the group chat, they going off.
Yeah.
They are going off or whatever. Then Russ started cooking. And this man tries to send me. This is like right before halftime when they took the lead. I said Russ is out playing Aaron Rodgers, and he hasn't played in almost a year. He sends me the stats, conveniently leaving out the interception.
And he got another pick. He threw another pick right after I sent that too.
Exactly. Trash. I was like, bro, let this man cook. He gonna be all right.
It's the Jets, bro.
Man, listen. Now that he's there, I'm gonna have to reevaluate. I'm gonna have to reevaluate the AFC.
What?
I'm gonna have to reevaluate him, man.
You know what?
Because just because this, we know Mike Tomlin is one of the top 3 coaches in the NFL for sure.
Probably one.
Excuse me. I'm not mad at that.
Probably
top 3 coach in the NFL. That defense is a top 5 defense in the NFL. And
best job security
in Russ
history.
And Russ, what he showed is he could still extend the play. There were a lot of times where they thought they had him and they said, hey, get off me. First down.
You know what
he can't run the same way, but he can still elude the tackle.
You know what it is? I think that he got a little bit of Ben in him from the standpoint of when Ben is extending the play, even when he's running, he's looking to throw the ball down.
Right.
And when Justin Fields is extending the play...
Oh, he's taking off.
Yeah.
He's taking off.
It's a track.
He's like, I run a 4-4. You're going to see all of it.
It's a track meet.
Yeah,
so
you're going to see all of it.
I can see that, but at the same time, it's the Jets, bro. Yeah, that's what it is. They're just cursed. It's the Jets.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
I feel...
They need Kyrie to come inside that stadium and sage it down, like...
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Just walk right through all the seats, come down to the field.
I'm telling you, man. I was just telling you, look at all the teams. Look at all the teams that have two or more teams
in the city.
In that city.
Yeah.
And you always see the little brother and big brother energy. Look at the Brooklyn Nets when they had Paul Pierce, KG, Joe Johnson, D. Will, and sent 3 of them to an All-Star game. What did they amount to?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, having little brother energy for the Nets when they were in New York is wild. Seeing as the Knicks don't win either.
The Knicks don't win either, but now they're on the up and up. They just went to the, was it the Eastern Conference?
Eastern Conference Finals.
They just went to the Eastern Conference. We'll never see the Nets do that again. Whew. They sold their soul for that. And look at what they came up with.
For sure. They're still paying for that.
Yeah. Well, they done paying for it.
Well, no, yeah, last year was last year.
I guess you could say they still paying for it because Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown should be wearing black and white jerseys right now. Instead, they're green and white. So, I guess you're going to keep paying for it as long as they're in the league. So
that's tough.
Yeah.
Dang, poor guys. Man, but also... Did you see the Ravens? Since we're in the AFC North.
Let's talk about it, man.
Tough. So they had the #1 rushing attack in 2019, I believe it is. And they're on pace. It was either 2019 or 20. No, it might have been 20.
What year did Lamar win?
It was 21. It was 21. So they're on pace to break that record. The way that Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson are equally cooking, man. That's tough.
I'm gonna just say it like this: do not stop. Hey,
and that's what I don't trust.
PSA.
That's what I don't trust. That's what they do every time.
Listen,
they'll go away from what they got
this
there.
version of the Ravens' identity. Yes, I mean, for the most part, you're always used to having like a speedy receiver, not any like great quality receiver, but a speedy one.
Guy who'll get downfield.
For sure. But they always hang their hats on a run game and a great defense.
Right.
And this is what you have right now. You have a great, an elite run game,
the best,
and a good to great defense.
Right.
Yeah, good to great. We'll say B minus some days, B plus. B minus, B plus defense, you know? Yeah. But you have a plus running game.
You have the run game.
Do not
everybody
forget that. And keep that going.
Man, but I just have to go with history when it comes to the Ravens. I've seen them destroy everything during the regular season, everything that's in front of them, get to the playoffs, and then they get up against somebody that they should beat. Like, honestly, they should have beat KC last year. But they decided to run the ball like 8 times, and you lose.
You know what it is? What was a running back from last year? I forgot his name, but he was nice. He was real nice. What was the Ravens running back last year's name?
Last year, it wasn't JK because he was hurt, right?
Was it not? Dobbins was in and out, but I can't think of his name. But anyway, he's not Derrick Henry from a voice perspective.
Oh, I mean,
and what I'm saying that to say is like Derrick Henry could be like,
oh, give me
Lamar.
The ball. Give me the ball.
Cut the nonsense.
Give me the rock.
Not everybody can talk to. You saw when
okay.
was it Humphrey? Humphrey's the safety, right?
Yeah.
Humphrey was recording Lamar on the plane, and he like, hey man, chill out with all that.
Yeah.
Cut that out. You talking to a man that literally they both the same size, but Humphrey is defenders to me are wired differently.
Right.
Through and through. I think the closest thing to a defender, wired-wise, is probably a running back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, like, defensive players, they take insults a little bit more differently than offensive players. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and he just chilled. Like, what, I can't record you?
Man, listen, but also, you can fight everybody on that plane.
Don't matter. You can still
except for Lamar Jackson.
You can still speak your mind on Lamar Jackson.
You can only speak so much of you if you're gonna be speaking in another city.
I'll take my chances because I know that it's either you're gonna take me somewhere where I'm gonna get paid the next year, or I'm gonna dip and I'm gonna go to where I want to go.
I hear what you're saying, but
they're not getting rid of Humphrey because of a back and forth. But I'm just saying that he kind of cowered in that moment. And somebody else was recording him cowering. Like,
you shot putting that out there.
That's crazy. Like, somebody was recording him.
Team chemistry.
He telling him to chill. Another person recording him, watching him tell him to chill. I'm like, dang.
Team chemistry -15.
Boy, it's looking like AB. And it was putting the good win speech on live. But
yeah, that was crazy.
But yeah, but all jokes aside, I'm loving this running game. I think it's looking like 200 plus on their own feet.
Yeah.
Maybe I think they had one game. I think they had like 300 rushing yards.
They did.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
That's tough to beat.
You just gotta keep that go.
And then last week Lamar, so last week Derrick Henry had, of course, another over 100-yard game. Lamar had. I think it was more touchdowns than he had incompletions. He had 5 touchdowns, and I think only 4 incompletions.
But that's what happens when you have a great running game.
Yeah.
You don't have to throw the ball on the top,
listen,
and it opens up the play action, and it opens up other things that you can do. You can do like
when you start putting 8 in the box.
Oh my!
When you start playing 8 in the box because you're afraid of Henry and you're afraid of Lamar. Now the wide receivers and tight ends get one-on-one. Boy. If you're fighting for your life,
if I'm Harbaugh, say this coach's name, bro.
Harbaugh.
If I'm him, I know you know how to pronounce his name.
I got you.
If I'm him, I'm telling all my wide receivers, about 5-10 pounds bulk up. They're gonna be doing a lot of blocking. Bulk up a little bit.
Well, I mean, you need one person to take the top off. You need one guy to always be there to take the top off to hit him with the. Come in, go out. Go out, come in.
Exactly. You said it better than I could have. Absolutely. But it also reminded me of just us. I was going to segue into the Ravens obliterating teams just feet to ground.
Yeah.
With the Detroit team that you had earlier. Detroit is putting belt to butt cheeks on that ground.
Foot
to necks. Whatever we gonna say to make that analogy work that you understand. They got a 1-2 punch like no other. They got one.
Montgomery coming in,
and then we got another one. One is to get the yards, and others to score the touchdowns.
Yeah,
like that's exactly what it's looking like, and it's working. And what happens is when both of them are doing both roles, it's like. I can see why St. Brown. I can see why St. Brown is like when he have games where it's like 7 receptions, 60-something yards. I understand now. Yeah. I thought he'd be frustrated. I mean, granted, it's 7 catches.
If they were losing, he would be frustrated.
Yeah,
but when you
more frustrated.
Yeah, but when you put in foots,
boy,
and you taking less wear and tear, your body taking his personnel,
crazy.
Don't worry about it. Y'all keep eating. As long as a win makes stats feel better no matter what.
Where his brother at? His brother still in Chicago?
Yeah.
Over there, just wasting that talent over there.
I mean, Chicago's doing a little something right now.
And they play hopscotch. No, double dutch.
All right, so since we talked about some solid teams in the NFC, solid teams in the AFC.
Yeah.
Well, me and Mook talked about this a little bit last week.
Okay.
All right, give me this. Who are your 2 teams that you think are going to make it? And then who are your 2 sleepers?
My sleeper is Detroit and Washington.
You get 1 sleeper in each conference. So.
Damn, that's tough. All right. The 2 teams I think that's going to make it, though, honestly, let me go with. I think I'm on that Green Bay train because I did say Jordan Love for MVP, and my Texans, of course, and then.
Okay, so that's your initial Super Bowl pick, Green Bay, Houston.
Yeah, and then I guess if we just stay on the sleeper, Kansas City, you just can't sleep on them, and. Can I go Detroit? Yeah, I'll go Detroit for NFC.
Detroit. All right, cool.
Yeah, I'll go Detroit.
Okay, so I'm not mad at that. I'm going in the AFC, who I'm picking, KC, because until someone beats them, you got to prove it to me. That's just what I'm at. Like, they've gone 3 out of the last 4 years. I'm
with you.
As a matter of fact, they're going 4 out of the last 5 years. If we're gonna keep it above, they're going 4 out of the last 5 years.
Somebody's just gonna have to take off that boy head, and I think the Texans gonna do it. I think we play 15 this year.
Yeah, it's like a couple weeks.
Yeah.
So
take his head off.
So you have that. That's my AFC team. My NFC team, as I said earlier, is Green Bay. I think. No, I'm sorry, not Green Bay. The Lions.
Yeah,
it's the Lions. Like you alluded to, they got that run game. They have the wide receiver. They have the defense, so I can definitely see them in it. And then my sleeper picks at each for the AFC, my sleeper pick is Baltimore, man. Even though they've been a disappointment a lot, if they keep that run game going, that's gonna be hard to beat. That's gonna be
the reason why I didn't say Baltimore. Is because I could just see them going to the championship game.
And losing again?
Mm-hmm.
No. I mean, they've done it. They've done it. So I can't. History says yes.
Sometimes it's just time for new blood, but at the same time.
Oh yeah, I think if they don't make it to the Super Bowl this year, Harbaugh's gone. I think that because I mean, last year you made it to the AFC Championship. That Super Bowl that they won was a long time ago at this point. And like you said, sometimes you need new blood.
I doubt Harbaugh is gone though. I doubt he's gone. And the reason why I say I doubt he's gone is because although he hasn't made it to the big dance yet, just the fact of what he's been able to do with this team, there's not going to be anybody that comes to replace him that's going to garner the respect of these players. and it's just gonna be a hard. Not forget the hard change, but I just think the respecting is gonna be really, really big, and the culture that he cultivated. I think that if he does leave, it'll be in-house for the most part, but you never want to have an in-house replacement for too long.
I don't think it'll be in-house. I think it'll be out of house. I think they will want... I mean, he has created a good culture, yes. But certain teams, you start to give them expectations. You almost have the same expectations.
What about the Steelers?
The Steelers are a little different.
How so?
The Steelers, they don't miss the playoffs. No matter what. Like, the Steelers haven't had nearly the talent that the Ravens had over these last 10 years. True. The Ravens have had more talent on offense and defense.
But I feel like they've gotten over the hitch of blaming the coach for their woes. Once you bring in a new coach, you'll just be in that cycle continuously.
I wouldn't be able to get with that, because which year in the Steelers in the last couple years were you like, we needed a different coach, or Tomlin should have done a better job? It's always been they played like last year.
Before Big Ben retired, people was coming for his job.
No.
For sure.
And then when Big Ben, remember, they stayed with Big Ben longer than they should have. Like, everybody knows this. It's like,
that's why I'm telling you this.
But they stayed. But no, that was because as a franchise, ownership down, they were like, Big Ben has given us, 3 Super Bowls?
2, I think.
Big Ben, I believe it was. Okay, it might have been 2. Yeah, 2 Super Bowls, because it was one with Tomlin, one with Cowher.
Yeah.
So he gave you those 2 Super Bowls, and another appearance to the Super Bowl.
He's been like
he went 3 times,
maybe 4, but I think
he for sure went 3, because one of the ones that's the one that they lost to Aaron Rodgers. Then they beat Arizona for one of them, and I don't remember who they beat for the other one.
The one they beat for Arizona was Tomlin, but
that was Tomlin, and then Cowher. It was the Seahawks.
Yeah,
they beat the Seahawks. That's who they beat.
Okay.
Okay. So they said out of loyalty, because
Hasselbeck Seahawks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, with him and Sean Alexander.
Mm-hmm.
So out of loyalty, they said we're gonna stay with Ben, because Ben, he has, he's like the leader in the passing yards, the touchdowns. He took so much punishment to his body extended in some of those plays. They said in the third.
Everything you said is 100%.
So they stayed with him despite at the downfall, quote unquote, of the team. Like, the team was like, they would go to the playoffs, or they would have a over 500 record, but you knew, like, we don't have the quarterback right now to make anything happen.
And I don't think they ever drafted a quarterback too during this time.
They ended up drafting Mason Rudolph, I think it was, at the end, and that made Ben mad, and he never even had a chance until Ben got injured, but it didn't matter, because obviously he didn't have the goods. And they drafted him later in the draft. But yeah, that was just loyalty. So you can't blame him for a franchise saying we're gonna have loyalty to Ben.
I get what you're saying, and I'm only saying the outside noise. I'm not talking about what's going on in-house.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the outside noise. And sometimes that outside noise can get inside. Sometimes you can't hear people screaming outside sometimes.
That would be ridiculous. If they messed around,
a lot of decisions are made based off of that.
For sure. However, what I would say is, if they mess around and fired Tomlin for whatever reason, right? Mm-hmm. And there are probably 18 teams in the league right now that will fire their coach and call Tomlin. Starting with the Cowboys, where he would probably go and get them a Super Bowl. I 100%, and I'm not a Cowboys fan.
He's not even. Let's not even talk about the Cowboys.
No, we don't have to. But Tomlin is.
Go ahead, get it out.
I'm just saying this. He's the type of coach that I think could fix that. I think he's the type of coach.
Hey, look, I'm hating. We ain't talking about the only red, blue, and white. The only time we gonna talk about anything
in Texas,
upgrading in Texas, it gotta be the Houston Texans.
It has to be Screwster.
Yeah, for sure. Look, if you want to get your point off about it, for sure. But we ain't gonna do that dissertation we did with Dan the Man.
Oh no!
Love you, Dan. Love you, Dan. But we ain't gonna do that.
That was the special just for my guy.
I feel you.
Man, okay, but also I didn't get my second NFC pick. I said the Lions. I have them going first, and then
your sleeper?
Yeah, my sleeper would be Green Bay.
Yeah, okay.
I think Green Bay also has what it takes. I wouldn't be shocked if they got to the
I wouldn't be shocked if he won MVP.
Jordan Love? That's what you have as your MVP front runner?
That's my sleeper MVP. My front runner would probably be Lamar.
Okay.
And my sleeper is probably, my two sleepers is going to be either CJ or Jordan.
Okay. My front runner with the asterisks would be Derrick Henry. Because what Derrick Henry, I feel like because he's leading the league in rushing. Mm-hmm. But I feel like he's also making it, I feel like the confidence people are having in the Ravens right now is more confidence that they had in the Ravens last year, where people are like legit saying Derrick Henry could push this team to a Super Bowl team. Mm-hmm. And just off of that and the numbers that he's putting up, I think that there's no reason that we can't call him the MVP, because he's showing his value in taking them from, a repeat playoff team to be like they could win it all for real.
The only way I could see Derrick Henry winning a MVP, he would have to get like 2,500 rushing yards.
That's crazy.
He would have to do something that it would have to be
record.
Overly understood, because with quarterbacks, it's the touchdown and interception in yards.
Right.
And all we have to go on with a running back is the impact that we see in your yards. And so in order for me, or what I would think others would have to see, he had to do something that's like either hasn't been done or could never be done.
Okay.
And that's the reason why I don't think he's going to win.
I hear what you're saying. I just think that...
And he's not AP, because AP can like catch the ball and take off for 90.
AP was really doing that one deep though. That was crazy. Like there was nobody else when he was doing all that. They were literally stacking the box and couldn't stop him.
Yeah.
But like even just beyond that though, I just think that he gives them a whole different expectation. And then my sleeper, his numbers are gonna end up having to back it up, but you already know I'm gonna say Patrick Mahomes. The fact that he has that team 6-0. Like, what more can I say? What more can I do?
That's a team win.
It's a team win.
He ain't playing defense.
No, for sure. But
his offense overwhelming. It's not overwhelming team. Well, no, let me take that away, because didn't they just blow out somebody?
San Francisco.
Yeah, they blew them boys up.
But even beyond that,
I can't even 15 because San Francisco can't do their dang old job, boy.
Man, but even beyond that, it's like, just for him, it's like if you need the drive, you just know if he gets the ball again, the drive's gonna happen. Like watching him, it's kind of like, gosh, like if he gets the ball and they need a touchdown to win, you're like, somehow they're gonna get a touchdown to win. They're gonna figure it out. If they need a field goal to win, they're gonna get the field goal to win.
I get what you're saying. That winning thing is really, really tough to kind of overcome, but at the same time,
it's gonna be hard to argue with 16-1, 16-2.
It's very easy to argue it if Lamar puts up 1,000 yards on foot and puts up plus 2,000 in the air.
But we've seen him do that, and then we've seen him do that. See Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs and lose.
Yeah, but we talk about a regular season
award.
So if let's say he throws for,
but I feel like that would be like the equivalent
30
like
touchdowns. Let's say he throws for 30 touchdowns and he gets 15 rushing touchdowns.
Wait, you said how many?
30.
Oh, 30. I thought I heard you say 50 touchdowns.
No.
Okay, cool.
That's ambitious.
I was like, jeez, all right.
If he got 50 and
go ahead,
and gets 5 rushing,
yeah, you got that, bro.
Jesus.
Yeah,
but if he gets 30 passing touchdowns, let's say 4,000 passing yards. Cause that's like let's keep it more average and more realistic. Let's say
3,500
passing yards.
Right.
30 touchdowns. Let's say 7 picks.
1,000 rushing yards.
Let's just say 1,000 rushing yards and 10 rushing touchdowns. That's nothing that Patrick Mahomes can compete with.
I mean, that is crazy.
It's nothing that Patrick Mahomes.
I also feel like
even if you told me that
he has 2
1,
MVPs. I think that the voters will get voter fatigue because he has 2 MVPs without even a 1 Super Bowl appearance, and I think that they would treat it the same way they did when Russell Westbrook got 4 years in a row with triple doubles.
It's 2 different leagues.
It's like the first time. It's like
because in the NFL, if Russell Westbrook was in the NFL, and let's just say for the sake of, let's say make him a wide receiver. He's first in yards after catch. Let's say he has
triple crown.
Let's say he has 1,000 yards after catch. He has, let's say he has 1,500 receiving yards, and let's say he has 150 receptions. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna win MVP. He's gonna be in the discussion for MVP or winning MVP every year, regardless of the record that he has every year.
So I mean, even if he was like triple crown, because that's yards, touchdowns, receptions.
Yeah.
If he had the triple crown, I mean, eventually, if it doesn't, and especially for the quarterback, because we know the quarterback gets the most praise and they also get the most scrutiny. But I see a world where they're like, okay, Lamar's putting up these great numbers again. This is not great numbers for the first time. This is great numbers again. We've seen this multiple times. I like Lamar. I'm a Lamar fan. But we've seen this multiple times. What's different about this? I feel like they would be more so like, we'll revisit this MVP if he makes it to the Super Bowl or wins the Super Bowl this year.
They're not going to base... They can't... The award is given before the Super Bowl.
No, but I mean, that's a fatigue. I feel like if he, okay, here's what I'm saying. So
I understand what you're saying.
I was gonna say, because he's already done great things.
Yeah, I understand.
So because we've seen him do great things, it's not even about that. It's just like you kind of like overlooked that. If it was anybody else, you'd be like, oh yeah, this is it for sure. But because we've seen you do it, like we want to see more from you.
This is what I would say. I would say the reason why he would get the MVP is because nobody in the NFL can put up those numbers and have the record that he would have. If let's just say if you remember the numbers that I made for Lamar.
But also, I want you to remember, Derrick Henry makes it easier for him to do that.
For sure, but he's done it without Derrick Henry. But let's just say the numbers are the numbers or whatever, right?
Right.
And let's say his record is 15-3.
15-2.
15-3. And Patrick, wait, what'd you say?
15-2.
15. Oh, it's not 18?
17 games. 18 weeks. 17 games.
I'm tripping. My bad.
I got you.
Let's say it's 15-2, right?
Yeah.
And Patrick Mahomes wins 16-1.
Yeah.
Or let's just take it away. Let's say Lamar went 14-3. Or let's do 13-4. Let's do 13-4. And Patrick Mahomes went 16-1. We not looking at the fact that you won three more games.
Even though one of them was against him?
You're not looking at even still, you're not looking at that.
So bro, just real quick. I just want to hear what you're gonna say.
All right.
Who are the best 3 quarterbacks right now, and who are gonna be the best 3 quarterbacks in 3 years?
Okay, so we're talking about quarterback, not a player that plays the quarterback position and adds to the quarterback position.
No, he can add to it. He can add to it.
I'm not going to pick I'm not going to pick number 8, but I'm going to say 15.
Okay.
I'm going to say Jordan Love.
Okay.
And I'm going to say C.J. Stroud. Big 7, not the little one.
That's fine.
You feel me?
All right, and then next 3 years, who you got?
For the next 3 years?
Yeah.
I'm going to say Big 7, not the little one. I'm going to say Jordan Love. And I'm going to have to give some love to my man Jaden over there in Washington, man. That's the next big 3 for the next 3 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm a little mad at that. But that's because you said make me a believer. So my big three right now, I'm going Patrick Mahomes, obviously.
Okay.
I'm going Lamar Jackson.
Okay.
And I'll go CJ.
I just wasn't going to take Jordan Love off that list. That's why I wasn't going with 8.
That's crazy.
I just wasn't going to take him off
because what?
Jordan Love is literally picking apart defenses.
He is.
On a regular basis.
No, he is. He is with, and he was doing it last year with the guys Aaron was complaining about. So
exactly.
That's facts. Okay, so I mean that's solid. So I have Lamar, I have Patrick Mahomes, and I have
Big 7, not the little one.
CJ Stroud.
You wear his team colors, so you know his name.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to the Buckeyes. Yeah. So
you're not wearing gray, red, or white. What are you talking about?
There's a little piece of gray in here.
Oh, what we doing?
Yeah. So, and then over the next 3 years, I'm going Patrick Mahomes still. I feel like he's going to have a 17 to 20 year career, especially because we're in that kind of league. So, Patrick Mahomes, I'm going to go CJ Stroud, and I'm going to go Jordan Love. Those are my... Oh... Yeah, I'm gonna keep those. I think Jaden's gonna be. I think
year 4 Jaden is not gonna be looking eyeball to eyeball to 15. Not in awards, not in accolades, not in Super Bowl rings. Just pure talent.
That I don't know, because I mean this is year 1. There's not a lot of tape on him. So year 2 is going to be more of a telling story when everybody has tape on him. And
you hate him. You doing my hate.
No, I'm not.
That's
I
my
like
go-to hate.
No, I like
that you did that.
No.
That's my go-to hate.
No.
That's my go-to hate. First year, we don't have no film. That's my little hate.
No. That's crazy. I'm glad you admitted though. But no, for me, seriously.
I just like that you did.
No, for me, it's
absolutely.
Like it's no tape. And then I'm just actually thinking like is he gonna take that leap in the next 3 years, or is that major leap gonna come in the next 6 years? Because I'm kind of thinking about that time in the NFL where we had Tom Brady, who was Tom Brady the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
We had Aaron Rodgers.
Mm-hmm.
We had Ben Roethlisberger.
Mm-hmm.
We had Russell Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
We had Eli throwing in some Super Bowls in there. We had Phillip Rivers, who was always at the top of the leaderboard in the top 5 in yards and touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
I think the NFL is going to basically be like that era again, where we have all these really good quarterbacks who are there at
got the crown on his head.
Yeah, who are there at the same time. But my thing is this: even with those great quarterbacks, Tom Brady still got his Super Bowls. Even when Ben Roethlisberger was getting his, and Aaron Rodgers was getting his, and Eli was getting his, and Russell Wilson was getting his, he still picked his spots to get him in there. And I think Patrick Mahomes, just from being able, how skilled he is at throwing the ball, and then just how he knows football, and how we've seen him win, where you have Tyreek Hill and a young Kelsey there, and we've seen him win with Kelsey on the back end of his career, obviously, and then guys who led the league in drops. We've seen him do it, like literally, and you don't like to bring family stuff in it, but he literally, the week of the Super Bowl, had there was like a whole family thing with his dad that happened, and he was still focused enough to go out there and win a Super Bowl. I mean, that's his dad who raised him. It's not like some guy down the street. That's his...
I understand.
You know what I mean?
I understand.
Because a lot of people will fold to different distractions that are out there. He has distractions everywhere in his family, as a matter of fact.
The reason why...
But even beyond that, they still led the league in drops. Like, they still led the league.
That's not his fault, though.
No. I'm not saying that's his fault. I'm saying he overcame that. So I think that he would just only keep picking great spots in order to win more Super Bowls. I don't think it'll be like a lot of consecutive Super Bowls.
So you don't credit that defense for being great
in the Super Bowl?
No, just that defense last year.
No, they were a good defense, but last year was the first time he's ever had a top 10 defense.
That's what I'm only talking about how good the defense is.
I know the defense was good last year,
but for the most part, the offense was always overwhelmingly better than other teams. And last year was the year where the defense picked up the slack.
The defense did pick up a lot of the slack. However, we look at games like Miami where they blew them out.
Because the defense picked up the slack.
But the defense didn't score touchdowns. That was the offense.
Yeah, but the defense stopped touchdowns from being scored.
Oh, no. Like last year, they clicked and figured it out at the right time. All the way around.
They were bringing people in and sending people out. It's weird. You know how Bill Belichick is a defensive genius and Andy Reid is more of an offensive genius.
Mm-hmm.
Like Bill Belichick kept that defense together and was just throwing offensive players in and out that offense. Well, Andy Reid was keeping that offense together to the best of his ability and was just throwing in and out defenders. I just thought it was wild. I just thought that was wild to say. Well, not to say, but wild that was like a thing that when I put two and two together, I saw. Anyway.
No, that's like the biggest reason. Now, I do think that there will be a time, like if we did after those 3 years, those next 3 years, I could definitely see it being Jaden, CJ still, Jordan still, a miscellaneous one or two.
Where's Jordan? This is year 2 or year 3 for Jordan?
This is year,
how long?
This should be year 4 for Jordan because Jordan sat behind.
How long has been gone?
This is
2
year 4.
years.
This is year 4 because
2 years, right? And they drafted Jordan. They drafted him in 20?
Because he was mad about it. Let me see. Jordan Love. 2020, yeah. Year 4. Because the way I remember it is he was drafted, he sat behind him, everybody was like, okay. Aaron Rodgers was mad about it, and then the second year he was still sitting behind Aaron, and they're like, Jordan Love isn't ready to go out there.
And that's why they gave him that money. That's why they gave him that money. And because he was hot. You're right. I thought he was only behind him for 2 years, and this was his 3rd year. It would make sense that this is 4th year because last year was his first year starting. Yeah, I don't know why. Yeah, I thought it was 3 years, but yeah, it's 4.
All right, so just off of that,
year 7 he gonna be looking at Pat. He gonna be looking at 15.
You say he gonna be looking at him?
Year 7 he gonna be looking at 15 for sure. Yeah, you got.
But I still, even then though, I don't see Pat going anywhere. I just think that because think about it like this: we watched Tom Brady.
3 years from now, he's not gonna have. Trevor's gonna be gone.
Somebody else will be there.
Who is somebody else?
I don't know. We don't know that yet. We don't know who's coming in the draft, who they'll pick. I have enough confidence. Here's just from what I'm seeing, because when Tyreek left, everybody was like, "Oh, can he do it without Tyreek? Who's gonna stretch the field? Who's gonna be able to run down there and get the deep passes? You could just throw it up to Tyreek, he could go get it." Tua was literally in the MVP hunt off of just throw it up. Tyreek was literally catching 3-yard screens and taking it to the house.
Yeah, that was first year. He ain't doing it no more.
Well, I mean, he was doing that last year. That's what I'm saying.
Kinda, sorta.
No, he was 100% doing that last year. He was killing on fantasy.
Yeah, he was killing on fantasy.
So just off of that, but just beyond that,
I hope he back too.
I think just off of intelligence and off of throwing, I think Pat is going to be all right until he decides to retire. But I think there will be other guys who will win Super Bowls in this next 10 years. Like, I'm not saying he's about to go 7 for 10. If he does that, why watch football after this? Okay? He's just the king by himself. It's just him. That's 13 Super Bowls.
We saw Tom Brady lose Aaron Hernandez. We saw him lose the version of Gronk that he was accustomed to.
Right.
Main targets, and we saw him lose Randy Moss, one of the greatest to ever play the game. We seen him.
But he didn't win with Randy Moss.
Regardless of if he won or lost with him, he had a perfect season with him. So we're not going to just make it seem like
almost perfect. The Giants.
No, a perfect regular season.
Yeah,
he had a perfect regular season. So it's not like we're gonna sit here and undermine the fact that Tom Brady had talent. I don't think that 15 had the amount of talent that Tom Brady had and lost. I think the closest thing is going to be, well, I don't want to say closest thing because I think that him and Gronk are comparable. It just depends on what you like.
Honestly.
So if he loses Kelsey, if he loses Kelsey, and able to figure out how I'm gonna go about being in the NFL after Travis, then I say, you know what, for sure.
I'm sure that day is gonna be so much fun. So.
But I'm gonna keep it 1,000. There's still gonna be some hating.
There's always gonna be some hating. You don't even have to get that caveat. We know.
Yeah, it's still gonna be some hating.
Man, because honestly, people keep kind of moving that goalpost. Because at first it was, all right, he won, but we don't know if he can get back again. Then he gets back, he loses to Tom. Everybody, like his O-line was hurt, and it showed.
It's Tom Brady, though, bro.
But no, even beyond that O-line was horrible in that Super Bowl. But then, so going beyond that, they're like, so he gets back, and then a lot of people picked the who did he beat for that second Super Bowl? I was just thinking about this the other day. Because the last he beat the 49ers twice, and then he beat
Philadelphia.
Jalen Hurts played a perfect game outside of that one fumble, which was like a miscommunication.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, they're like, okay, can he win without Tyreek Hill? Tyreek Hill was even talking a little trash. They win that one. Then can he go back to back? He goes back to back. This man has I'm just saying.
I'm okay with the critics being critics, and I'm okay with him shutting up the critics.
Yeah, that's his job. That's their job.
I'm okay with all of that, but I can just say that he's better than the quarterbacks of his generation at this current time.
I mean, that's easy to say.
I ain't gotta put him in an all-time discussion.
That's easy to say.
But
he is in the all-time discussion. That's obvious.
No, he's in the Hall of Fame for sure.
If you're in the Hall of Fame, but I mean, you're not gonna sit here and say you're naming 3 quarterbacks better than him
in the Hall of Fame.
And who's touched the football? You're not naming 3. You're not gonna.
I told you. You tried to get me again. Huh? I'm not.
Oh, okay.
No.
Listen.
Listen. Before you keep going. I am not going to name. Not saying that I can't name.
Oh, go ahead.
And the reason why
they would love for you to do
it. Listen. The reason why I'm saying that is because I've already established myself as a hater.
Okay.
So if I am defending these names that I feel like,
they're gonna feel like it's us hating you.
Exactly. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is just let it play out.
All right. So. Let's go ahead and run this real quick. Right now, me and you are tied.
Hey, man.
It is what it is. Yeah, Mook is in 3rd place.
You tied with me, which means I'm in 1st place.
No.
You're tied.
You're tied.
No. You're tied with me.
You're tied.
Technically, you're in 2nd place, that's cool.
You know how I was born first?
Nothing wrong with that.
So I was born first.
This is not the same thing.
So and then I picked my teams first.
Not the same thing.
So in conclusion,
not the same thing.
In conclusion, bro, there's nothing wrong with 2nd place.
Exactly. I just told you that.
You're just
you're debating 2nd place.
If I'm not
here,
you're
debating 2nd place.
I'm not here. You would be 1st place.
And you just said.
Somebody got to say.
You just said that.
Yes. What did I say?
You gonna let me get it out.
All right, go ahead.
You just said there's nothing wrong with 2nd place.
Yeah.
So now why are you debating that I am in 2nd place?
Because I want you to live your truth.
Live your truth. You got it.
Come on, Bimbo.
Hey, don't you know Silver look good on you too?
No.
Yeah.
We all know.
Yeah.
We all know.
Silver's getting old.
The ice in my teeth keep the crystal.
Silver looking fire on you.
No.
What? I'm just saying, like, you got the blue one right now. You think gold is better on that or silver?
Blue and gold.
Sure.
Blue and gold is tough.
For sure. I'm talking about the blue that you have on.
Super
Royal
tough.
Blue and gold is crazy.
Blue and gold is
but like that darker blue and
tough.
silver,
man.
That shit like tortilla and eggs. My bad. Hey, I hope you cut that.
Loco en la cabeza.
Chris, cut that, please.
Don't cut it. All right. So let's go ahead and run this.
All right, let's do it, man.
All right. Here's how we're gonna do it.
All right.
I pick, you pick, I pick, you pick. No, we'll go back and forth.
Okay.
All right. So Tampa and Atlanta. I'm going Atlanta.
Gosh.
Who you got, bro?
That's easy, bro. Atlanta.
Whatever.
What you mean? You know that's an easy pick.
All right, Cincy and Philly.
The only reason why it's easy though is because Mike Evans out. If he was healthy, I would have probably been on that Galveston trip.
Okay, cool.
But what's the next one?
All right, Cincy and Philly. Who you got?
Does Cincy showcase why they are Cincy, or does Philadelphia give them the win? Let's go with Cincy.
Boys going Cincy. All right. Last week it was a 7-point game. They were tied at halftime with the Browns, who are absolutely struggling. Deshaun, get better soon, man. Hopefully, you can bounce back.
You're not laughing?
No, that was
it's not a happy day?
No, that was a
Jameis Wilson made you.
No.
He made you feel bad.
As someone who's messed up his Achilles, bruh.
Jameis Winston got whole Cleveland in a. Should we really feel like this?
No. Because let me tell you about Cleveland fans. Like just keep it a buck. So, and y'all could. This is YouTubeable. Cleveland fans, they don't play. Like you could go back and watch the game where the refs blew the game for us. Like they literally stole it. And before the game was over, we're throwing bottles and stuff on the field. Refs are getting hit in the head with bottles. So it's more so about hating losing than it is about the actual person. But
why were they cheering when he was hurt? Did they have a better chance of winning the game?
They probably did. They probably thought.
Who?
They probably also didn't think it was like that type of injury, but they probably thought that without Deshaun on the field, it'll be better. Like maybe it's something small, like a hammy or something like that. Because Deshaun, honestly, he was playing bad. Like,
I'm just gonna ask.
Clearly,
I get that, but I'm saying, who increases your chances of winning on that team?
They probably thought Jameis did. They probably did. Honestly, just there. It's like think about like the old Houston years, like when what's his name? Who was it? Sims or Mims? Mims? That was his last name. Who was the quarterback before CJ? And then Mills. Okay, so Mills was there, and then everybody wanted Mills off the field
but it wasn't via injury.
No. I'm saying, but like people were like clamoring for that, or like or like when you had Case Keenum here, and they wanted Case Keenum to get on the field for whoever was in front of him at that time, throwing a whole bunch of picks.
Real quick.
So it's more so like that type of energy.
With that being said,
yeah.
Did you ever say, or did you ever hear anybody? Because you got friends and family in Cleveland.
Right.
Did you ever hear anybody say, "Put Jameis in"?
Yes, absolutely.
You was one
but I never heard anybody say. Honestly, I said at that point, just figure it out. Put anybody in who y'all think can win the game. But even beyond that, I never heard anybody say, "I hope he gets hurt."
I think I saw something about Jameis got hurt.
He didn't get hurt in that game.
God damn.
He didn't get hurt in that game.
Dang, bro.
He got knocked out.
You know what? I'm going to go and say my take on wax. Man, it's 3 destinations if you're a quarterback that you just do not want to go to. The New York Jets, they're cursed. You don't want to go there. The Carolina Panthers, you have a better chance of getting struck by lightning and possibly living than staying alive as a quarterback for their team. And of course, the Cleveland Browns. Because I don't know what's going on. Good people play trash. Bums play great. What's going on over there in Cleveland? I don't know. But those are just 3 places that I just wouldn't play if I was a quarterback.
You got that out of your system? You feel better?
Should I have made more of a distinction with the other 2 teams? I did say New York is
so cursed. Philly is my pick for over Cincy. I'm gonna go the Philly route. Okay, let me see. Buffalo and Seattle. Against my better judgment, I'm going Seattle. We'll see.
What?
Because Gino finds ways of letting me down since last year in my fantasy football.
You still going with him?
I'm hoping last week wasn't a fluke. You know what? No, I'm tripping. I'm going Buffalo. I'm going Buffalo.
Hey, man.
Don't worry about it. Because, I'm going Buffalo. Go ahead. Who
man, you already know I'm 17.
Oh, yeah, you are.
Yeah, man. I'm Mr. Orr. I'll take an L going behind Mr. 17. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
So, Chi-Town and Washington, who you got?
Oh yeah, man, that's an easy one. Just type Washington or Wash or whatever you're gonna type.
Surprisingly, I'm going Chicago.
You don't even have a good reason to stand on that.
I mean, they're on a little streak. They've won back-to-back games. They look pretty good. Their weapons are good. The defense is balling. The defense isn't really giving up a lot, honestly. They've been on that mode all year. So I think Chicago will pull that one out. All right, and then last one.
Wait, hold on. Is Jaden playing?
I believe so.
Now, I want to put this caveat in.
Bruh,
if Jaden is it's all on Jaden because you think I trust the wide receivers that was there last season
Okay,
with another quarterback?
Go ahead.
Absolutely not. So if Jaden is not playing, then I gotta go with Chicago. But if Jaden is playing, then I'm staying with the Commanders.
Okay, I live with that. All right, Dallas and San Fran. Who you got?
San Fran's on a losing streak. They lose big games.
They're at home.
Even if they're at home, they lost at home to the Rams this season. They lose big games, man. And this might be the game to turn it around, or this might be the game that keeps that same train going. But let's go. You know what? Come on, man. Let's go Dallas. I'm a hater, but let's go Dallas.
Okay, I'm going Dallas.
Come November 18th, though, it's Texans, because you know we're going to get in there.
All right, and then just real quick, I have Mook's picks. He sent them in. We got ATL. We got Philly. We got Seattle. We got Washington. We have Dallas. All right, so we're going to see what happens. It's been another episode of Nothin Nice. We appreciate y'all pulling up.
Love.
Please like, share, subscribe. Share with your friends, your family, all that. We see you next week. Also, hop over to our other video. Watch Nothin Nice Hoops. The basketball season's back.
It started.
Bruh, there's a lot to talk about there, too.
I can't wait, bruh.
Man, y'all, it's been another... What's up? You look like you were about to say something before this exit.
Nah, man, it just feels good to be back. That's it.
100%. Another episode of Nothin Nice. We appreciate you. We out.